Okay, so I'm going to forego all the explanations. I'm going to really quickly redesign the research labs and put down the stations that we had been doing. It will only take a moment here, I hope. Second docking bay, 6 energy labs, have module life support, fuel cells, standard cargo. Forget this. I forgot. I wanted my reactors up top. And my shields. Let's try this again. Command center. 2 reactors, 3 shields, having life support, fuel, cargo, docking, energy lab. Armor. Energy collection. 1 ion cannon. 5 missiles. All weapons. And I think that was that. Save that, copy, weapons, weapons, weapons. Copy. High tech. High tech. I missed one module. I'm not going to worry about it. Actually, I guess I could put it on. Countermeasures. 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 Okay. So our stations are redesigned again. We don't have to plop anything down. There was scenic location. And 2 mining stations. And then we will hopefully start the game. Okay, we had a fleet en route. We're looking at our fleets. Our fleets were good. Oh, we need to refuel and repair Fleet 1. And we have no independent ships right now. Everybody's part of a fleet. Pirate Cat Base needed to refuel and repair. In my new systems, I think I had started at least 1 spaceport. Okay, our intelligence network has uncovered a covert arrangement of the Quantimo technocracy. Is it just me? Sound? Do I have any sound here? Okay, at least my voice is coming through. I don't have any in-game sound. That's strange. Quantum mode technocracy are still... Oh wait, this is something new. Dark Salvage this time versus the Dirty Skyjackers. We'll keep the information. Okay, I do have in-game sound. I just don't have the music, which I probably have turned down for a reason. And I don't have these pop-up sounds either. I'll have to take a really quick look at my sound. So we have ships under attack here. Good luck to the pirates there. They're going to try to raid my protected system here. Retake the planet that they once owned. Okay, let me turn up my sounds just a little bit. Don't need them up much. Okay, we received a research bonus and jump efficiency from disassembling advanced tech in a ship. Okay, let's take a quick look. Jump efficiency, so we've improved. This is our Callisto Dow warp drive, which we had completed last time, and we've got a bonus toward our next one on the tree, which is already queued up anyway. God, this is hard to do without sound. Maybe it's just my local sound I need to turn up. There we go, I can hear something. You'll have to let me know if the in-game sound is overwhelming. They did raid our colony over here. Do I have... Oh! I have ships in system. Go get them. And they raided that one simultaneously. No, that's the same one. Never mind. Get down there and... There we go. Deal with them. They've got 5 ships down here. You can do something about them. And then you're going to have to refuel. I don't have a spaceport on this one. Let's build a small spaceport. Now, in the other game, I'm going to tend to build more spaceports. Later on in the game, I'll probably have fewer spaceports compared to the number of systems that I have. Spaceports do have a fairly hefty expense for maintenance. Okay, a few more of their ships knocked down. We need to refuel, it looks like, and we have a convenient refueling station nearby. Now, we do know they're probably coming from out here. I need, oh, we have another one up here. So we're slowly picking their fleets apart here. Once I refuel, I'm going to send the pirate cap fleet out to my station. Oh, maybe we'll send them straight over. What type of base was this? I forget. Mining station? Gas mining? No, it's a large spaceport. We certainly have the firepower to take it out, and I think I want to. So as soon as fleet, this pirate cap base is base cap fleet is repaired and refueled, we're going to go out and nail this large base here. That's where he's staging from, and that's where he's rebuilding his ships, most likely. Who knows what hidden dangers await you? Yeah, no, we're not going to pay. Well, let's see how Fierce Dagger. They weren't one with the pirate Planet Buster. Fierce Buccaneers, Fierce Fang, Fierce this, Fierce that, anything but a Fierce Dagger. I'm most likely not going to be paying them off here. I'm not seeing them on the list. was Fierce Dagger, right? Yeah, Fierce Dagger Security. Okay, that'll be easier to find if I just look for security here. They're there. 53 ships, 2,000 firepower. Yeah, no thanks. You're not a threat. We're not going to pay for location at the moment. That's not location, that's more protection. No, no thank you. Yes, this is the same game. And hopefully I don't have any more computer issues here. Still running at 50 degrees on both the CPU and GPU, so that's good. So, hopefully it was just my Zune causing issues. That would be interesting. I don't know why it would have. It shouldn't have been doing anything. We got a new leader. That old leader didn't last long at all. Let's see. All of our ambassadors are assigned. Now, I did read something interesting in the. I got the physical copy and went through the manual for the first time since the original Distant Worlds came out. You can influence the characters that join you based on your actions. For instance, if you perform successful intelligence missions, you're more likely to you're more likely to gain an intelligence agent. If you succeed in diplomatic actions, you're more likely to get an ambassador. Scientific breakthroughs are more likely to generate a new scientist. So you can influence your character accrual in ways other than building certain facilities. Speaking of intelligence agents, he's been with us from the beginning, and the only thing that he doesn't have is actual espionage bonus, unfortunately, but he's been fairly solid for me. Okay, he's got a bunch of construction underway. So we're going to go ahead and try to sabotage some of that construction. Yeah, it's one of those things, it's like, well, I haven't read the manual in 4 or 5 years, and I said since the game originally came out. I'll see if what is in the manual that might be of note. Okay, we've got a war between the Lipids ended. Oh, by the way, hopefully the text is better. The last patch they put out has increased the text size on the event log up here and on some of the other screens. Okay, and I don't have a fleet in my home system because, let's see, where's the 6th fleet at? Oh, I do have a fleet in my home system, okay. Oh, who's hurting that ship? Where's the rest of the 6th fleet? They're fleeing. That's not good. Evidently I need to add more ships to the 6th fleet. Yeah, they've got a few damaged ships. Are not badly damaged, though. They're getting badly damaged. Time to build a few new ships and add them to 6th fleet, it looks like. In the meantime, where's fleet? My defense fleet. Defense fleet. Oh, what happened here? My hotkeys got remapped. Planetary landing fleet should have been fleet 3. Where's my solar defense fleet? You should be fleet 2. Control 2. Looks like they're mostly refueled. One moment. Okay, fleet's almost refueled here. In the meantime, okay, my hotkeys are really going strange. This is fleet 2. One moment here. That's fleet 2. That's fleet 1. That's fleet 2. That's fleet 3. And that's fleet 4. That's not fleet 4. Gosh darn it. Fleet 4. 3. I don't know how my hotkeys got reassigned. There we go. That's better. Okay, so Fleet 2 has 1 still waiting for refuel, it looks like. It's local. Fleet 1 is got one ship stranded in space, it looks like. See if we can get him in the meantime. Actually, you know what? What is he, a frigate? Let's remove him from the fleet. Send him for repair. Go back to Fleet 1. Let's see if we can get Fleet 1 down here to do some damage. Fleet 2, once it refuels, will be ready to go. I need to build some ships and add them to Fleet 6. We'll go with one cruiser. And I want to make sure now, I do have two different types of destroyers here. I have an assault destroyer for boarding ships and a combat destroyer. So we want to build the combat destroyers. And we will immediately shunt those off into Fleet 6. By coming here, going with military ships. Fleet 6. Okay, so when they come out, Fleet 6 will be beefed up. Let me see. I am playing, yeah, you know what, I'm not sure what difficulty I'm playing, actually. That's one thing. I'm probably playing on normal difficulty because of the, everything else was beefed up. Max size, territories, maximum empires, max pirates. The only thing I changed with the pirates was changed their proximity from close to average. So I didn't have five or six different pirates in my home system at the game start. But other than that, difficulty I think was probably normal, and I wonder where they're staging out of. The one thing I did do is I changed space monsters to few, and that might have been a mistake because I haven't seen any since the start, which is actually unusual. They may have tuned them down in universe. Ship behavior for automated control ships. Their behavior is still set. Their base behavior is still set in the ship design. If you're talking about how they when they flee, etc., that's still in the ship design. They'll still behave according to the strategic settings you have here. Now, if you're talking about what they're doing when they're automated, you've got. If you have them fully automated, they do what they think is best. Okay, there you go. Okay, it looks like he's out of there now. Okay, can Fleet 1 make it up there? They cannot. Darn it. I don't have a refueling midpoint refueling either. Okay, I'm going to move Fleet 1 down here. We'll refuel here at the spaceport that's being built and then jump off to this large spaceport. Meantime, Fleet 2, which is my solar defense fleet, is going to come back down here and protect the capital. I have them on a defensive posture with a range of nearby systems, which actually doesn't give them a very large posture, nearby systems. Oh wait, what's their home base? What's Fleet 2's home base? Solar Defense Fleet home base. Current home system is Urbis Junction. I'm going to change their home system to Merisham. Set home colony. There. Now their protection posture is this range here, so that'll protect not only the home capital system, but our other colonies in this system up here. I do not have my fleets with the new warp drive yet. I am waiting for one. Let's see. I was waiting for one more tech to do a massive redesign, and I don't like doing redesigns in the middle of retrofits in the middle of wars either, because it takes too many of my ships out of service at once. So as soon as I probably once I knock this large spaceport down, I'll be safe to do a retrofit with one fleet, because this has to be his staging off point for the attacks on me. So that's my goal. I've already tried to make peace with him. The only way to make peace is to go back to paying protection for him, which actually I wonder how much he would charge right now, because his firepower has been knocked back so drastically. 59 ships and 5,000 firepower. He's down to a third of the firepower he had. No. Nope, 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 nope. Not happening. Now, I do know, again, he has taken a couple of my mining stations up in these systems here. He's got one here. Once the 6th fleet is rebuilt, I'll go around and start hunting down these individual stations here. I'm just going to destroy them and rebuild them. 6th fleet doesn't have any cap capability, so he's damaged that, hasn't he? Yeah, he's boarding that. I don't know if this fleet has any cap capability. Oh, one of my ship captains were killed. Oh, that's the remnants of the 6th fleet still fighting them off. My solar defense fleet is coming in, so they'll be able to sweep them clean in that area. Any spaceport can be a refuel hub. Any spaceport that has fuel, has cargo base, which all of your spaceports are going to, and has fuel delivered, which most of them are going to have fuel delivered from local mining operations, will become a refueling point. Recent ambassadorial appointment to the Hyrax Collective Capital has caused our ambassador Zekin to gain the... what trait was that? Linguist trait. Oh, that's a new one, I think. So let's see what Linguist does. Oh, I have I have one ambassador unassigned, and I have a new colony governor as well. I didn't see him pop up. Was this one with the Linguist trait? Plus 10 to diplomacy and plus 10 to tourist income. Nice. Okay, so I have another ambassador. Let's get him assigned. Let's see. I'm just going to pick one at pseudo-random here. We've already got Quantimo, an ambassador at the Quantimo, right? Yes. We have an ambassador with Persimmon. How about the Camurai? So we'll transfer him, and we're going to move our colony governor up to our new one of our new colonies in Zartan Junction, the ones we took over from the pirates. We'll go there for now. Spaceports can be built. It depends on the size of the spaceport. If the spaceport is over your maximum design based on your tech, for instance, my max base size is 1200. If I had a large spaceport of size 1600, for instance, I could only build it at a colony. But you can build spaceports that are underneath your max size anywhere. That's bases in general. So defensive bases, spaceports, star bases, etc. Okay, my fleet is just about arrived here, and they are postured to defend in system, so Fleet 6 will, in the meantime, let's see, Fleet 6 is still getting rebuilt. We'll send these 2 individual ships for repair. Actually, I guess I need to have them all. No, everything else is pretty much fully fueled anyway. So Fleet 1 will now refuel, and they'll actually pop down here where I have a spaceport. Yeah. Now, again, they do have a maintenance cost associated with them, but in the early game, I tend to put at least one small spaceport in each colony. All of my spaceports have research labs, which is why I'm so overwhelming my research potential right now. Later on, I'll go with star bases instead, which don't have research labs. They're, well, you know what? Good question. That's a good question. Do I not have a design that I can build out in... Where's the size? So here you can see the costs here. My maintenance cost on a large spaceport is 9,000. Size. Yeah, I have a small spaceport design that I could build in a defense. No, you probably want to design a star base for a non-colony location. That's something I haven't designed a star base yet. I suspect that's what you want. Oh, yeah, there you go. Let me pull up a planet that has nothing on it right now. No, I can't do that here either. I generally have 1 or 2 fleets that are on protection duty and 1 or 2 that are under manual control. During wars like this one here, I tend to perform targeted maneuvers with all of my fleets, whichever one happens to be in the... there you go. So go to your construction ship, find one with no... then right click, build. Nope, spaceport's not coming up. I suspect, let me do a really down and dirty design of a star base. I suspect that's what you need. Add a new, we'll go with star base. I'm gonna just, I'm not even gonna bother keeping this design. I'm just gonna add some components to get rid of the whatchamacallits here, errors. For these, I'm going to just have docking bays. There's a command center, fuel cell, cargo bay, save, close, construction ship, Build starbase. Yeah, that's what it is you want a starbase for a base type for that type of purpose. Spaceports are colonial type bases. Star bases are uninhabited planet bases. And that's what I start building strategically later in the game to minimize my maintenance cost on the starports. Is I'll generally have they can provide some defense and put enough docking and cargo bays. I don't put any research bays, and usually I don't put any manufacturing capability on these star bases. Just defense and docking and cargo. That gives you strategic resupply and refuel points at like a third of the cost of the star bases, of the spaceports, I mean. And you can see I already have spaceports significant cost due to the spaceports that I have. I guess I really should design a real star base, but I'm not going to worry about it in the middle of a war. I like putting things like long-range scanners on the star bases too. Okay, while this is saving, I'm going to refresh my coffee. I will be back because it'll take a minute here. Yeah, good. You'll have to let me know how you like that particular playstyle there. Okay, I'm going to have the mic on and off briefly here as I go through. I decided to finally have breakfast, lunch, brunch, dinner, or whatever you want to call it. Seconds is. Okay, so save is done. I'm going to go ditch that design because I obviously don't like that design. And here in the near future we'll design a real one. Okay. Yeah, with this new sound card I really need to go through and adjust my individual sound settings because I'm not getting any in-game sound now. And that's really annoying when all these pop-ups are going on and I'm missing them. That looks good. Are you guys getting in-game sound? See, I should be getting music there, but I'm not. One moment, one more time. I'm going to make one more adjustment here. If I can. I might have to do it this way. Ah! That would be why. Hey, I have sound. I can hear. Okay, you'll have to let me know how the if that is too loud in the background here. Again, hopefully the dedicated sound card. I can hear my pop-ups and everything. Hopefully the dedicated sound card fixes some of the sound issues some of the people were having as I ran through this, not only on the stream but on the YouTube. Okay, so we'll go through. Let's see. Fleet 1 isn't fully refueled yet. Like they are in system now for refueling, so that's good. Fleet 2 on their defensive posture. Let's look at let's go ahead and send our invasion fleet, a planetary assault fleet, to repair and refuel. And Fleet 4 is slowly getting ships built. We've got a massive sinkhole at the Ninton Major Penal Colony. Wonder where that is. So somebody's got a penal colony. That's something we probably won't be playing with in this particular save because I'm not doing much in the way of enslavement and whatnot. But looks like they're growing pretty good up there, actually. They were lucky. They got a cluster all by themselves up there. A fairly sizable cluster. Their cluster is about twice the size of ours. And they were originally my potential target for expansion to the north. They might still end up being that because we don't have a lot of room to expand. Although I don't like these guys over here. They stole my Loros from me from under my construction ship. They just don't have much in the way of territory over there to take either. Of course, that could be a good thing. Could make an invasion over on that side of the galaxy a little bit easier. Okay, Fleet 1, finish your refueling, and you can see them fueling up here. The little green bars are the fuel bars, and they're maxing out. So we should, as soon as this ship here, which is theoretically it's not in the home system, is it? No. Okay. It's got to be here with the rest of them. Yep. There it is. Okay. Okay, more ships available, and then of course they attack the planet I just left. I need to destroy that large spaceport. Okay, we have the range to get out there now. Unfortunately, we won't have the range to get anywhere else. That's bad. I need to design a supply ship, but there's no fuel source in this system either, is there? There's no Castellan over here. I really don't want to leave my primary fleet stranded out here. That's an ugly spot to assault. Now they've got the range. They all have an approximate 5-sector range. Let me make sure. Well, you know what? Maybe one of the ships that I've. Oh, they've got troop transports in. Yep, you're right. Troop transports should not be part of this fleet. I don't know how they got absorbed into that fleet. Let's go to this one here. Drop down troop carriers. Sort by fleet. How the heck did I get 2 troop transports in that fleet? They go to the planetary landing fleet. Okay, maybe that'll help. Now, I could send this fleet on a one-way mission. I just don't know if they have the firepower to take down a large spaceport. Now, the other thing is I have a couple construction ships here. One's repairing the other one. Once that is done, what I might do is send one and build a starbase down here. We'll design our starbase. We'll build a starbase. Of course, I don't know what my nearest source of fuel for the I don't have any good sources of fuel. That's the problem. Is it really? I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, all of my ships have about a 6-sector range right now, which is what I had designed them to be. So they should be able to get out back. Okay, it must be one of the ships I captured, one of the advanced tech that don't have the range. So let's figure this out. We should be able to get out and back. Okay, even at a range of 4.5 sectors, out and back should be. That one should be able to make it. It's got to be one of the captured ships. 18 sectors, no. Or not. "13 sectors. This doesn't make any sense. "8 sectors. Every ship in the fleet should have the range to get out and back. Unless they are not all here. That's a possibility, as they're not all actually in this system. Increased population growth, skill level, protection offered. No, thank you. No, thank you. So that's a 2-sector range. Why couldn't they get there and back? I don't understand it. Even my smallest range ship should be able to get out into the brown territory and back. 1, 2.5, or 2.25. Should be able to get there and back. Okay, Fleet 6 is just about fully reconstituted here. I shouldn't say reconstituted, it was never really a... Okay, Okay, let's look and see if there's any crash research we need to do. Did I just actually crash something? No. Oh, we got a construction ship completed its mission. And somebody boarded and captured one of my exploration ships. I'm probably down to just a couple exploration ships. Fleet 6. Fleet 6 is going to come up here. We're going to set its home as Zartan Junction 2, and we're going to defend the system. Protect. Defend current system. So that's what that fleet will do. Construction ship done. Okay, let's go ahead and design a real no-kidding starbase here. We'll do this as a new design. Starbase. Start with the command center. Add a couple vision, some shields. Now our shields are about ready to get an improvement here. We're 75% through. I was going to go take a look and see if I could crash research anything, so we'll do that after I finish this. We will add one squadron of fighters. Cabin life support. We're going to have no labs on it. We will add a long-range scanner. Some cargo and a bunch of docking. We'll go with 6 docking bays. Fuel cells, energy collector. Okay, we got plenty of space yet. Let's add our med center, our damage control unit. Not going to worry about a rec center. Countermeasures. Targeting system. The Esquire ships had a range of 7. I don't think I'm going to put assault pods on it. Tempting, but I don't think I'm going to. I'll just go with weapons at this point. We'll add a couple point defense. Two ion cannons. We're going to need more fission reactors, obviously. Okay, we've got a squadron of fighters, some point defense, 2 ion cannons. We'll go with 10 missiles. And 10 lasers. Gives us a 600 size starbase. We could make it a heck of a lot bigger. We have a max size of 1200, I think, but I think Let's see, we got cargo, we've got medical, we've got 6 docking bays, no construction or manufacturing. I might add 1 plant. I'm not going to add any construction bays, but I could add 1 of each of the plants. That would allow me to make components to repair damaged ships. I added a long-range scanner, right? Yep. I'm going to add extra HAB modules to boost the boarding defense strength a little bit. Okay, so size 700. It's going to cost silicon, gold, polymer, iridium, a fair amount of iridium. A little bit of chromium. It's not bad. I think I'm going to go with that as my star base. At least as initially. We'll see how it plays out later on. Okay, let's take a look. I did want to take a look at potential crash researching after the railgun weaponry. I've got battlefield sabotage, which will give us access to the Special Forces and the Military Academy. And I desperately need to improve my defenses as well. So we'll queue those up. I've got a crash-free shield reinforcement for 118,000. And after that we get the massive shield projection, which is our planetary shield. Over here, we'll crash research commerce for another 200,000. That'll be a bonus to income, trade. After which we will come back up here and take a look at... I really need to consider... a new colony, continental type. Since we need to get all the way down here to the magma harnessing, I need to go down the bottom line. So we're going to queue up continental colonization as our first non-native colonization types. So there we go. We have construction ships now. Let's go ahead and take one out here. I'm going to build a starbase right in the middle of the sector out here. One, it has a long-range scanner on it, so I'll be able to see ships transitioning back and forth. And two, it'll be a jumping-off point out to the far east. I really wish I knew what was going on with my fleet. I don't understand the lack of range. How many ships are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 16, 19. So the entire fleet is here. It's not like there's one ship stranded somewhere. Why don't they have the range? Heck with it. We're going for it. We're going to go assault his spaceport. Now, if we actually capture it, there'll be some fuel on board that we can use, except they can't even make it out there. Gosh darn it, refuel. This is really bugging me here. 6.3. This is really, really bugging me. This is the one with the smallest range, and it's 4.42, which is still 2.5 out and back. Let's pull that from the fleet and see what happens. Nothing. Something is hindering my my range, and I don't know what it is. Assassin. Range. 7 points. Okay. Let's make sure that everything in the fleet is retrofitted to my current design. Maybe that's an issue. Where's the design? Mark IV for the Delaware. Delaware's Mark IV, so that's good. I can't do it that way. I need to go into this one here and sort by fleet. Oh wait, there's a Mark V for the... No, that's not the Mark. Okay, where's the name here? Or the type? Destroyer. Oh, it doesn't give... it's gonna be a pain that way. Okay, if the maintenance costs are the same, then they're all the same mark for, within a type. So Assassin 1643, that is a... I only have one Assassin class, okay, so they're good. The Frightener, Mark II. Range 5. Assassin, Immortal Shield, range 13. There is no reasonable explanation as to why I can't reach that base. No reason under the sun. Okay, we're going to finish the refueling. Once everything's refueled, we're going to head out. I don't care at this point. Colony happiness, skill level, good. Okay. Off we go. Actually, we want to capture it, not destroy it. We are going to do this. Okay, looks like my 6th fleet is fully constituted and in place. Maybe they're not fully in place here. I don't know why they're not. They're set to defend that system, so let's go defend that system. I then see what... Okay, we finished Railgun, and our scientist acquired a new trait. Creative, I think it was. Oh no, not a new trait, new skill, weapons research. Cool. Wonder if he's at a weapons lab. He is at a... he's one of my high... He's got a better high tech. No, he is at a weapons lab. Hot Lab was one of my weapons labs. Okay, good. Now, I did lose a gas mining station out here. I don't suppose it's still free. Nope, there's already a... Oh, would that say another Empire's territory? So we cannot expand that way again, unless, at least until we remove the Shandar from the sphere of influence here. Okay, there's where we lost one of our mining stations, so we'll rebuild that. And we still have one more available, it looks like. Did we lose this one too? Okay. So we got our Castlon sources being reconstituted here. We found a new empire. Free trade, I'm sorry, I just understood what you were asking. Somewhere between 16 and 20, I think, is when I've been successful in getting free trade. Oh no. Oh no, this is bad. I do not want to make enemies with the Murderous Claw Pillagers. They have a planet buster. It's relatively cheap, actually. I need to find out where they're based. I think they're quite a ways away, but until I know for sure, I'm not going to mess with the pirate faction that owns a planet buster. Oh, they're not that far away. They're just at least have one station off to my west. Okay, they're up here primarily. So they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 empires that they're probably tangling with in one matter or another. It would be the ion weapons are good for disabling the engines to keep them from running away, as well as I think they target shield and weapon, anything electronic basically, so shields and weapons probably as well. It might work. I've never actually experimented with that, but obviously you do less damage to the ships and have less repair required if you do it that way. I would probably do something that took down, well, first of all, you need to take down the shields. You need to disable the shields. So I would do something that targeted shields in addition to the EMP, because the EMP isn't guaranteed to just hit shields. So